In the unpredictable world of streaming, one hit can unexpectedly revive another. That's exactly what appears to be happening right now as fans of Alan Ritchson's action-packed sci-fi thriller War Machine are helping a classic Tom Cruise science fiction movie surge on streaming platforms. The recent success of War Machine, which has racked up massive viewership since its release, has sparked renewed interest in similar sci-fi action films. One of the biggest beneficiaries, Cruise's visually stunning sci-fi epic Oblivion. What began as a buzzworthy release for Ritchson has now turned into a broader streaming phenomenon, with audiences diving into the genre's recent classics. Early viewing numbers and online chatter indicate that fans can't get enough of explosive futuristic adventures. The rise of Alan Ritchson as an action star. Over the past few years, Alan Ritchson has quietly built one of the most loyal fanbases in the action genre. While the actor had worked in Hollywood for years, his popularity skyrocketed after starring in the hit series Reacher. The role turned Ritchson into a breakout star practically overnight. Audiences loved his imposing screen presence, physical intensity, and classic action hero charisma. Suddenly, he wasn't just another supporting actor, he was leading major action projects. So when his new sci-fi action movie War Machine arrived, fans were ready. The film blends military action with extraterrestrial horror elements. Ritchson plays a ranger candidate known as 81, whose training exercise turns into a deadly survival mission after soldiers encounter a terrifying alien machine. The film's premise mixes gritty military realism with explosive sci-fi spectacle, making it irresistible for fans of adrenaline-pumping genre movies. Viewers responded immediately, with the movie reaching record streaming numbers shortly after release. For a streaming action movie without a massive franchise behind it, that's a huge achievement. Why War Machine became a streaming hit? Several factors contributed to the success of War Machine. 1. The Ritchson effect. First and foremost, fans showed up for Ritchson himself. His popularity from Reacher created immediate buzz around the movie. Viewers who loved watching him dominate villains in that series were eager to see him tackle another physically demanding role. 2. A simple but effective story. The premise of War Machine is straightforward but irresistible. Elite soldiers versus a terrifying alien war machine. Sometimes, audiences just want pure entertainment, and this film delivers exactly that. The movie leans heavily into action and spectacle rather than complex storytelling, making it perfect for casual streaming nights. 3. Classic action movie energy. Many viewers compared the movie's vibe to iconic action films like Predator. The combination of soldiers, survival horror, and futuristic weaponry evokes the golden era of 1980s action cinema. That nostalgic tone has helped the film stand out among modern streaming releases. From one sci-fi hit to another. Here's where things get interesting. After watching War Machine, many viewers started searching for similar sci-fi movies to stream next. Streaming algorithms picked up on the trend, and began recommending films with similar themes. That's how audiences began rediscovering Oblivion. Originally released in 2013, the film stars Tom Cruise as a drone technician stationed on a post-apocalyptic Earth. His mission is to maintain massive machines that harvest the planet's remaining resources after humanity's war with alien invaders. But when he discovers a mysterious survivor, his understanding of the war, and humanity's fate, begins to unravel. The film runs just over 2 hours and blends action, mystery, and philosophical sci-fi storytelling. At the time of its release, Oblivion earned praise for its breathtaking visuals, haunting soundtrack, and thought-provoking story. Now, thanks to War Machine fans exploring similar movies, the film is getting a second life on streaming platforms. Why Oblivion still feels fresh. More than a decade after its release, Oblivion still looks stunning. Director Joseph Kosinski created a futuristic world that feels sleek, minimalistic, and hauntingly beautiful. Much of the film takes place above the clouds in a glass observation tower, a striking visual setting that gives the movie a unique aesthetic. Even in the modern streaming era, few sci-fi films capture the same blend of scale and intimacy. But what really keeps viewers hooked is the mystery at the heart of the story. Cruise's character slowly realizes that everything he believes about the war, and his own identity, may be a lie. The film gradually shifts from a straightforward action movie into a psychological sci-fi puzzle. It's exactly the kind of movie that rewards repeat viewing. Streaming algorithms at work. The streaming boom has changed how movies find new audiences. In the past, films largely disappeared after their theatrical run and home video release. Today, however, streaming platforms constantly recycle and rediscover older titles. Here's how the cycle works. A new film becomes popular. Viewers search for similar content. Algorithms recommend related movies. Older titles suddenly trend again. That's precisely what's happening now. As viewers binge War Machine, platforms are suggesting other sci-fi action movies, many of which star Cruise. Among them, Oblivion has emerged as one of the biggest beneficiaries. Tom Cruise, the king of sci-fi blockbusters. Of course, Cruise has long been one of Hollywood's most reliable action stars. While many fans associate him primarily with the Mission Impossible franchise, he's also starred in several beloved science fiction films, including Minority Report, War of the Worlds, Edge of Tomorrow, and Oblivion. Each of these movies explores different sci-fi concepts, from time loops to alien invasions to predictive technology. But Oblivion stands out because of its introspective tone. It's not just about action. It's about identity, memory, and humanity's relationship with technology. That thematic depth helps explain why viewers are rediscovering it now. The power of genre crossovers. Another reason War Machine is boosting Oblivion is that both films combine multiple genres. They're not just sci-fi, they're also action movies, mystery stories, and survival thrillers. That genre blending appeals to a wide audience. Fans of military action enjoy War Machine. Fans of philosophical sci-fi gravitate toward Oblivion. Viewers who enjoy both genres end up watching both movies. This crossover appeal is exactly what streaming platforms love. Social media is driving the buzz. Streaming success isn't just about algorithms, social media also plays a huge role. Fans who watch War Machine often jump online to share their reactions, posting clips, screenshots, and recommendations. Some even compare the film to other sci-fi movies they love. Those conversations naturally bring up Cruise's work. Soon, viewers who had never seen Oblivion start adding it to their watch lists. This kind of organic promotion can have a powerful impact on streaming numbers. Critics versus fans. Interestingly, the reception of War Machine highlights a common divide between critics and audiences. Many critics described the movie as entertaining but not particularly deep. Some called it big dumb fun, a straightforward action spectacle designed for pure entertainment. Fans, however, embraced the movie's energy. For them, the appeal wasn't complexity, it was explosive action, tense survival sequences, and Ritchson's commanding presence. That enthusiasm has been enough to drive massive viewership. And as fans continue to explore the sci-fi genre, older films like Oblivion are riding the wave. Could this spark a sci-fi revival? The success of War Machine and the renewed interest in Oblivion highlight something important: audiences still love big sci-fi adventures. Despite the dominance of superhero franchises, original science fiction stories remain hugely appealing when executed well. Streaming platforms are taking notice. If these trends continue, we may see more studios investing in mid-budget sci-fi action movies, high-concept streaming exclusives, original futuristic worlds. In other words, the genre may be entering a new golden age. What this means for Alan Ritchson. For Ritchson, the success of War Machine represents another step toward becoming a major action star. He already dominates television with Reacher. Now he's proving that he can draw massive audiences to streaming movies as well. If the momentum continues, Hollywood may soon be looking at him as one of the genre's leading faces. Some fans have even suggested he could eventually lead major blockbuster franchises. Given his growing popularity, that possibility doesn't seem far-fetched. The streaming domino effect. The story of War Machine and Oblivion demonstrates a fascinating reality of the streaming era. One movie's success can lift others along with it. Instead of competing for attention, films sometimes create a chain reaction of discovery. A viewer might start with Ritchson's latest release, then jump to Cruise's sci-fi classic, and eventually explore an entire genre. For streaming platforms, that domino effect is incredibly valuable. It keeps audiences engaged and constantly watching. Final thoughts. The unexpected streaming surge of Oblivion shows how unpredictable the digital entertainment landscape can be. A brand new sci-fi action movie starring Alan Ritchson sparks massive interest. Fans dive into the genre. And suddenly, a decade-old film starring Tom Cruise is trending again. It's a reminder that great science fiction stories never truly disappear, they just wait for the right moment to be rediscovered. And thanks to the explosive success of War Machine, that moment has arrived.